idea? Love have no limits, okay? Limitless love, how about that? What else? What did they have together? They had a friendship, right? They had friendship. Do you think it was easy for those men to do what they did? No. What do you think they had to make to be able to have those relationships?
Let them trust. Let the lions trust them.
Mm-hmm.
They won't hurt.
Do you think they had to sacrifice a lot maybe to get to there? What if, do you think they were taking a risk
Yeah.
when they're standing there after a
It's still
year
good.
and he comes flying, running after him? What could have happened?
Maybe his God would.
Attacked him, that's right. So, a sacrifice, that's right. Okay, so our main evidence is after a year of being apart, what does Christian do to his former owners? What does he do? He embraces them, yes, he hugs them. So after a year of being apart, Christian, that's the name of the lion. With his former owners.
Okay, so you had a chance to watch the video from the lesson. So tell me what you thought went well with the lesson.
I thought they were engaged. I thought they liked the videos and that they picked up really what I wanted them to pick up from it. And they did a good job. I think finding the theme is kind of hard sometimes, and there can be different themes for different opinions. So it doesn't mean one's right or wrong. So I thought they
Okay.
did a pretty good job.
And
finding it.
so on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst lesson you taught and 10 being the best, how would you rank that lesson?
Oh, 6.
Okay, so why would you say 6 and not 10? What would you have changed to move closer to a 10?
I mean, maybe I'd do it a little higher, because they seem to enjoy it and be engaged. I guess I want a lesson where they're like, oh, that's so great, or, oh, that's what that was. The aha moments is what you really go for.
Okay, so you want more of the aha moments.
But I think they still, maybe I'd give myself a 7, but they
Okay.
still, I think, understood what I was trying to do, and I did something in a fun way, using the clips and all.
Okay. So tell me more about what you would do if you think you wanted to move it closer to a 10. What's something that you would do to maybe think they might have more of those aha moments?
I could get them to make a video, or them choose a clip, or something,
Okay.
or have them choose part of a Disney movie they like, or something to make sure it's safe,
Yeah.
Or a song. I think Disney might be safer. But,
Okay.
and let them choose it and bring it in and show it, and then they could tell us what they feel the theme is, and then the other students can say what.
Oh, that would be good. Okay, so if they were to do that, they would just be working together on a project, maybe together. There's something
Yeah,
that they could
right.
do together, so they could maybe be, like you said, more, or they were engaged, but more
Right.
engaged, they were
Involved.
moving, maybe move around a little bit, okay? So, do you think that would be something that we could do, that I could help you do?
Sure,
where I
it'd be
could
great if you could.
teach them, like, what they could do to make a video?
That'd be awesome.
Or, they could make maybe a PowerPoint and add, or
A
a
clip.
Google slide and like
Yes.
add clips in and present?
That'd be
Okay,
awesome. You have those skills. I don't, so that'd be great.
okay. So tell me how could we measure, so would they, 100% of them be, able to have those aha moments? Like, how can we measure the change, the difference between what you did before to what you did after? Like, how could we?
I guess just if they're able to see a theme
Mhm.
and show some of the, do the citings or the citations or whatever, seeing the evidence to support. Because, any theme would be valid as long as you could support it from,
Okay, so it would need like 100%, because there's 8 in the class, right? So like 100%, like the whole class would be able to know what the theme is, and maybe the people that are in the class that aren't part of that group that are presenting, like, do you think there would be, maybe we should set a percentage for them to be able to figure out what the theme is?
how about 80%?
Okay, so maybe 80% of the students who are
Participating in the,
You know,
or observing. or
observing.
whatever.
the project would be able to
Find a theme.
define the theme. Okay, so they would have to present it in a way that everybody would be able to figure it out, okay.
Something that I wish, that what I tried to do was like to show the lyrics, but the only lyrics I could find for the Full House theme was a longer theme that we're not used to. So I think that might help when the kids can visually see
Okay,
the words on the screen.
okay, so we make sure that they incorporate the lyrics
Uh-huh.
so they can see them, because there are some sites that have the lyrics that they could attach those,
Right.
and we would make sure that they cite where they found that information. Okay, so so is there a certain format that you would want them to use on, for the project? Like what kind of technology would you want them to use to present it? For the people that are doing the project, like,
You mean their Chromebook?
yeah, so what
Okay.
application, like, do you want them to do it on a Google slide? Or do
Probably,
you want
yeah,
them?
because we use
Okay.
Google Classroom most, I feel like that would be the
Okay.
safest, wouldn't it, or the
Yeah,
easiest to work with.
okay, to present. Okay, and then what, teaching strategy can you use, like, to help explain that? What can I use to help you explain to them what they're gonna do for the project?
Strategy?
Like, how would you explain to them what they're going to do for the project?
Well, I mean, do an example, I guess, we could use part of what I showed the other day, and they're just,
Like
welcome to-
modeling?
Yeah, it's modeling, you could do a
Okay.
PowerPoint, I could do a
Okay.
PowerPoint and give them the steps that they'll need to take,
Okay,
where to go to get this and that, and then how to put it together, and a rubric.
okay, so they would, be able to follow, a rubric so that they know what they have to do.
What's expected.
And then maybe, the people that are watching, maybe they could have something that they have to fill out.
Sure,
So they're not just
right.
sitting there.
Well, they could have one of those trees like I gave them, or some kind of a graphic organizer
Okay.
to kind of fill in.
Oh, that's
That would
good.
keep them engaged.
Okay. For the people, for the observers.
Just as they have the trees kind of while they were working.
Okay, so, I guess the next step would be, because this is the, learning, the identifying part of it. It's just to identify what it is that we want to do. And so then the next step would be, for me to help facilitate that
Okay.
with you. So we need to come up with maybe a date. If you, have a certain day that you want for me to come in, I can come in again, and help model for you
Great.
what to do.
Okay.
And then I can come in again, and once they have it put together, to
See it
see the
present.
the end result.
Great.
Okay, so, do you know next week if there's a certain, maybe not next week, or just whenever, what would be the next step?
Yeah, I would have to look at maybe after
Yeah.
our next test, because we just finished a test.
For Esperanza.
Right,
Okay,
so, I know it's pretty quick, these next things we do, it kind of moves quickly, so.
okay,
I'll get back with you if that's okay.
okay, sure. All right, well, thank you.
Huh, thank you.